Thanks for joining me for the first video in our SynApp2 tutorial series, a human resources application for Oracle database. We'll continue development of our human resources application with what SynApp2 calls customization. Proceeding to the Options tab, Macro sub-tab, switching to the Departments table, we'll change how the foreign keys for Manager and Location ID are expanded. For Manager, we would like to have first name separated by a space, concatenated with last name as we join that value from the Employees table. As I switch the basis column to Location ID, the table columns an alias change. I'm just going to paste this in from a value that I got off screen to save time. Same idea. Field names, concatenation. We've updated that. Everything is driven off the database structure. Moving to the extra column, or rather sub-tab, we'll add an additional column for head count, inserting the column alias. This time I'll use, instead of typing in the SQL code directly, we'll reference a function which returns a simple string which would have the SQL code in it, but that function doesn't exist yet. And it even tells us that. So we'll make it exist. I have 5 functions defined in a file that we'll copy from where we put it when we installed our setup kit into our application directory where the files are located, replacing the file custominc.php, which was generated in empty, and we see it in the text editor to the left of this window. When I move here, we see that this has been updated, and we see 5 functions which return simple strings, which is SQL code, which produces a subquery for the values that we're looking for the current job, who an employee reports to, the employee's department, direct reports, and the employee count. Most of these involve processing the job history, and one of them involves processing the departments table. These simple queries can be reused simply by referring to them by the function name. All told, in our customization, we're going to make about 24 different customizations that are literally what you see here in this blue selected region. These are very simple strings or function names for doing concatenation, specifying a formatting function for data, a column size. These are the kinds of things that that you do to bring out the details in a SynApp2 generated application. We won't show the entry of each and every one of these, as I've said. But now, if I come back to this and I go to update again, whereas before we got an error message, now it's actually accepted this because this column exists. So the next thing that I want to do is go back and copy the rest of these customization values so that I don't have to update them. So I'm going to copy the SynApp2 customization file again into our HRV2 subdirectory, replacing the existing SynApp2 Inc. file that is there. I'll have to force this to overwrite it. And when I come back and refresh this page, we'll see that now we have a definition for an extra column related to location ID, which is going to produce, instead of the location number, which was the default behavior, we're going to add in an additional column for the regions and the name of the region. Visit synap2.org and find everything you need to run this tutorial yourself. Thanks for watching.